that's now I have to start over on the PS4 version. You know what? I'm about to do a cheeky thing.
Go, cheese!
Too bad there ain't a chapter select. I'm gonna find out if this one's broken too. But I did a little cheeky thing, something that was done on PS2, I did on this. Automatically have the Iron Army and the Soul Reaver.
KAIN, do not be afraid.
What magic is this?
I am using the whisper, KAIN. A natural ability of vampires.
I technically already
In
beat
this
the
way,
game,
we can
but the
keep in
PS5
contact
version
even over great
is
distances.
Yes.
for her.
I remember
Oh.
She had been in my thoughts. I almost believed I had called her myself.
Never fear. I cannot read your thoughts, but only speak into your mind and hear you in return. Now, proceed down this street. I shall be waiting. Welcome to the slums, KAIN. We are in the oldest and most decrepit part of the city, where few people dare to come. A perfect place to train you.
Train me? Do you take me for a dog?
Your memory has been shattered, and your body has lain dormant for 200 years. What skills you had must be recovered before you can be of any use to the Cabal. You must learn to fight and to survive.
I thought you were taking me to feed.
Patience, vampire. First, know that you are stronger and faster than mortal men, able to jump higher and farther than any human that ever lived. When your path is blocked, seek for a place to jump. Now, join me up here.
There, I jumped.
Excellent. Know that you also have the ability to float. When you are on a ledge, such as this one, you may land silently and carefully by floating down. This will be important when I train you to kill. Now, follow me.
She would discover I needed little training in how to kill.
Closed off the whole of the lower city? How am I to get home tonight?
It's just as I told you.
Who's that?
I two hearts, starstruck smiling face with sunglasses, backhand index pointing right, man vampire, light skin tone.
Yeah, dude, I tried the PS5 version, I got to the end, and the end screwed me. I don't know what happened, but from when I played it, it was coming up as a sync error for the cloud, but my game save was going through the base of the game, through the console, so I don't know what happened there. I even uninstalled it, reinstalled it, and yeah, it was still freaking doing it on the PS5 version. So I'm doing it on the PS4 version to see if this one's broke too. So yeah, technically the PS5 version has already been beaten.
The city is a labyrinth.
All the better for a hunting ground. Tell me, KAIN, are you hungry?
Yes.
I have a prisoner waiting for you down below. A thug from a local gang of criminals. He sought to murder yet another helpless victim, but he met me instead.
Spare me the moral anecdote and direct me to his throat.
Drink then. I will be waiting below. I see you are restored.
I am.
Blood is your life. Without it, you will die. If you are wounded, seek out blood to restore your vitality. You must know, too, that by drinking the blood of others, you will gradually become stronger and harder to kill. We call this a vampire's lore. The more creatures you drink from, the more lore you will gain, and the greater your health will become. Leave no enemy alive, KAIN. You will need their blood and their lore to survive. Now, let us continue. While we are superior to humans in many ways, we also have certain weaknesses that they do not possess. Though it is life-giving to humans, water is deadly to vampires. Its touch burns our skin. Immersion in water can kill us. Avoid it at all costs. Also know that scattered throughout Meridian are relics of our ancestors. Useless to humans, only vampires can access these coffers and use the power within. Seek these out on your journey. I spoke before of our mortal enemies, the Seraphan. It is their sworn crusade to destroy all vampires, and for this they have developed special defenses. You see here a ward gate.
What precisely does it do?
Should you so much as touch it, you will be burned as by fire. The Seraphan have raised these wards throughout Meridian. We can go no farther this way. Follow me into the sewer. Your ability to survive will depend upon your ability to fight. It's time for you to learn how to kill. Your first line of defense is your agility. You can dodge around an opponent using your inhuman speed. You can also defend yourself by blocking attacks. I shall now strike at you. Do not be concerned. I shan't use my claws. Block my attacks, and we can proceed to the next lesson. We are all armed with a natural weapon, our claws. Use them to kill your enemies. You can practice by attacking me. If you see an enemy become tired, use this opportunity to grab him. Once grabbed, you can throw him a great distance. Excellent. Your lesson is over for the moment. Continue through the sewer, and I shall meet you again shortly. Here you are at last. Through this door lies your first true test. A gang of criminals are encamped ahead, and one of their number stands guard, unaware that his fate approaches. You must kill him, Kain. You have the skill to block and dodge his attacks. Bring him down using your claws. Once you have felled him, drink his blood to restore yourself from any wounds you may receive. I will be watching. In addition to our physical superiority, vampires also possess dark gifts. These are our supernatural abilities. Our curse develops differently in each of us, giving us unique powers. Much of your former power, Kain, has been weakened during your long hibernation, but you yet retain a single dark gift. The mist you see here can be used to your advantage. You have the ability to assume a mist form and become nearly invisible. You can move silently to bring down your prey from behind. At times when you are outnumbered, look for mist from which to kill your enemies silently. If you are pursued, you can hide in mist to escape. Now, use this gift to kill those before you in the cemetery. I will let you continue when the deed is done.
Who needs mist? I don't!
What manner of sorcery is this?
This is glyph energy, a new form of magic brought into the world with the rise of the Seraphan. It supplies power to all of Meridian. The gate you see can be opened using this energy. Activate the glyph box. This will bring power to the gate's lever and allow you to open it. Well done. The glyphs are operated by the Glyph Rites, a secret society existing within Meridian. You may see them working on glyphs from time to time. They rarely talk with the townsfolk, and very little is known about their origins. Ahead is the market where the common dregs of Meridian engage in their filthy commerce. Beyond the market is the bridge that leads to the lower city.
I love
Make
ya.
your way east to the bridge. I shall meet you there.
And where are you going?
I shall scout ahead to ensure that you don't meet any Seraphan patrols. You aren't ready for them yet.
How trusting of you to leave me to my own devices.
Consider it an act of goodwill.
Oopsies. Oh, this one doesn't have a rewind. PS4 doesn't have a rewind. Ah. Had to see. Had to see. Of course, I'm not going to get the 10 weapon trophy, but meh, it's whatever. PS5 variant besides Chapter 11. That trophy I cannot get. I have the 10 weapon trophy. I have the chapters 1 through 10. Everything else, kill a rat, da 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 da, break so many weapons, da 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 da. I have all those trophies, but I do not have the chapter 11 because the chapter 11 is broke. Well, the funny thing is I paid $15 for it, and I got a broke game for $15. No, it's not a streaming service. It's just the game is broke. Because it's not, even though it's trying to sync to the cloud, I didn't want it to sync to the cloud, but even though it's still on, it should still work, do its job, but it didn't. No, saving it to the cloud is a headache because if it doesn't sync or set up right or anything like that, your crap get corrupted. So why? I mean, it's a nice addition. Don't get me wrong, but the cloud service for what PlayStation Plus has to offer is not worth it. If you get a good terabyte or whatever USB drive or whatever, put that in your system and put all your saves there. Don't even bother putting anything in the cloud.
Come, this way. Follow me.
Where are we going?
I am taking you to Sanctuary,
Yep.
the heart of the Cabal. It is time that you meet our leader.
It was time indeed to hear this so-called leader's plans and learn what he thought his plans might be for me.
KAIN, this way.
Vampire! Here, close the gate.
KAIN, you must find a way to reach the lower city. The smuggler's tunnel will take you there.
Pestilent vampire, die!
Go to the Grand Hotel in the slums. A contact will meet you there. He will tell you where to go.
Stinking, verminous, blood-sucking fiend!
Do you want your death now? Come, and you shall have it.
Come back!
I was alone at last, in a city changed beyond all recognition, in a land that was under a curse. Should I follow her, as she asked, or go my own way, find my own answers? But but answers were promised me in Sanctuary. After that, I would know what to do.
Someone ought to teach you a lesson.
I find this game a hard recommendation to anyone that wants to play this game. It's very buggy and it still chugs like it did on the PS2 day.
Actually, on PS4 it seems to run very smooth, but on PS5 for the PS5 version, yes, something's wrong with it. There's lip sync errors. There's a cloud sync error that is going on right now. That if you get to the end boss, the game will stop automatically. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, there are visual glitches and some audio glitches as well. There's audio that's out of sync, lips, like voiceover stuff like that that don't match up, that don't work right. Yeah, and there is a problem with the obviously the cloud sync issue, which they shouldn't even have on it if it's automatically being saved on the system. This is the PS4 version. This one does not have auto rewind, so it is what it is.
I've played the PS4 version and the bugs, audio and voiceover still exist.
Oh, do they? What up? Did you play at the end, boss?
Yep.
Did it still freaking black out and throw you a sync error?
Didn't have any of those problems you've mentioned.
On the PS4 version, right?
Yes.
Sweet, okay. I should have been playing this one on the fucking get-go. Yeah. Obviously, the PS4 version is running better than the PS5 version. I mean, I can obviously tell the movement and everything is much better in this one than it is on the PS5 version. I don't know what the heck they were doing with the PS5 version. I really don't know what they were doing. Well, see, there's a question as far as which port they use, because it could be that they used a PC port instead of the actual PS2 version. They did a PC port for all 4 or all 5 games. Yeah, it was bundled besides for Defiant. Defiant was the last one. It went with Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, Soul Reaver, and Soul Reaver 2. But yeah, later. It came out later.
I take it you're getting the Soul Reaver remasters?
Yes, I am. I'm going to be doing 1 and 2. But technically, I've already beaten the game for the PlayStation 5 version. PlayStation 5 obviously is buggy, so I'm playing this one to kill time. So when those 2 editions do come out, I will be playing them as well. But for those of you who play Soul Reaver or are going to play Soul Reaver 1 and 2, just to let you know, it takes place 1,000 years later from this game.
Which Soul Reaver did you like the most?
Honestly, I can't pick and choose because the whole series, Blood Omen 2, Soul Reaver 1, Soul Reaver 2, and Defiance were epic games. The the storylines on the Malone went up to par. They did everything that they were supposed to do. I cannot pick a single one that would be my favorite. The whole series within itself would be my favorite. It got Game of the Year for Legacy of KAIN. But each game
Nice.
is its own individuality. So I don't know why the others didn't get it, but you know, it's back then the rules were different for like the Game of the Year stuff. No, it was not fan voted. Well, it was still done the same way it's freaking done now, unfortunately. But the gaming scene was so much different then compared to now. Which now, which now with all the gaming stuff, you have to have a exclusive checkbox in order to get nominated. So like with the whole woke concept, if you don't check those boxes for any of the
I was
games
told
that
to meet
in
someone here.
some of them are a lot of them are woke. Not gonna lie,
You must be Kane.
You are a human.
they don't get
Curious
you know
that you
they
would
don't.
not
A lot
mind
of them
such
don't
as
get
I.
mentioned. Look at what happened to
You
Black
hate
Myth
the
Wukong,
sacrifice
Stellar
of the things
Blade,
they do, it's not right.
and Metaphor just came out, and they're putting
Help you, I will.
awards
I
in
was
for
told to
them.
find the smuggler's den.
You're a stone's throw from the entrance.
Uh,
Go through. It will
if
lead you to
that
the
doesn't
smuggler's den.
say any or bring up
Rogues
any
down
red
there who'll
flags,
attack you on
that should
sight.
say something.
Then they will
Metaphor
die.
should have been done for next year.
Wait! Tell Uma that I helped you, please. She promised me the dark gift if I did as she asked. You'll tell her, won't you?
I'm certain Uma will give you all that you deserve.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. GameSpot, IGN, all these other game companies rigging the awards and all that. Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious. And anybody who can't see it is blind.
The DLC for Elden Ring shouldn't be nominated for Game of the Year. It's a freaking joke.
Well, it's not a joke. I do like the DLC for Elden Ring, but it should not be nominated for another one for the award. It already got it.
You
It
are
already
the
got Game of
gods.
the Year.
They were only
Why?
human. Welcome to one of the glories of our fair city, the Smuggler's Den. As squalid as you found the slums,
They wanted to
you
put
will
in
find
DLC
this
in all
place
these
even
other
more
games so that way
offensive.
they could take out
Rogues
Black
and
Myth
thieves
Wukong
rule the streets.
and Stellar
Of course,
Blade.
the Seraphan too have their own dealings here. You may expect small help from the inhabitants and more.
However, I do find
That's a good
something.
question.
I do
You spoke
find
of a
something very
smuggler's
interesting.
tunnel I must find.
There was a game
Yes,
last year that
it
was
is hidden
supposed to be
somewhere in this
nominated,
district.
which got
I know of
nominated
where.
to
I have
for
sent
the
word to a
awards
member of the
this
Cabal to
year,
help you.
which was
You will
Ghost of
find him at a
Tsushima.
tavern deep within this district.
How will I know this person?
Why wait
He
till
will know
this
you.
year,
Find the
which
tavern
happened
quickly. We
last
will
year,
speak again later.
for its award? Come on, 2 and 2 equals 4, not banana.
Agreed.
Yes, there's another ghost coming out, but it's like with Ghost of Tsushima, it did not check all those check marks, all those boxes in order for it to get its award last year. This one is checking all those check boxes, though it's going to be a little bit too late. And however, I don't want to bring politics into this with everything that's going on. We all know the next president-elect is going to be getting rid of all that crap. Getting rid of it all. So what's going to happen? Ghost is not going to get another nomination. Even with all its checkboxes checked. I called it when it was Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to be woke. I called that shit long time ago. Now it's finally coming out in the woodworks that it's going to be woke. Man, whatever. And then you got people trying to take credit for it. I called it years ago. When we lost all its good writers and everything else,
I really think Ghost of Yotai is going to be amazing.
It may be amazing, but it's like I said, Citizen, the check boxes. All the check boxes. Get out of my way, dude. I do not doubt it's going to not be amazing, but we'll see. We'll see. I do not doubt that for a minute.
Did you get the flag for Blood Omen 2?
PS5 version will not allow you to get plat because Chapter 11 is broke. And the version I was playing on was the PlayStation 5 version. I had to restart the game, not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. I even uninstalled the game and reinstalled the game and tried it out. There is no way anybody for the PlayStation 5 version is going to get plat. But we are going to be testing the PS4 version. But I said you never had an issue with the PS4 version, so that's what I'm going to do. Go play the PS4 version to get all the way through the game again to see what's going to happen. Woof. Woof. Woof.
They need to bring the re-release for Legacy of Kain Defiance. Love that game.
They need to redo these two first before they even do Defiance. If they can correct everything with these games, then yeah, Defiance all the way. Yes, 100%. But these games need to be rehashed. 1 and 2. It's like they're doing all these games, if you've noticed. They're doing part 2s like Silent Hill Part 2 instead of doing the main foundation, which caused all these games to become famous. Legacy of Kain being one of them. The first game was phenomenal, though it didn't have that much of a story. It was good for what they had back then, which was 8-bit, 16-bit graphics, whatever. But they should have done that one before doing the other ones. Like the same way with Silent Hill, they should have done Silent Hill first, the first Silent Hill, before they did the second one. But, you know, these gaming companies don't listen to their fans. They did Silent Hill 2, not Silent Hill 1. See, that goes to R.
Do that.
So I'm glad that the Tomb Raiders, the original Tomb Raiders 1 through 6, are going to be back out. Yeah, Saber's doing those too, which I'm grateful for. I would prefer the OG Tomb Raider than these new pieces of crap they're putting out. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Die, fool.
No, you die. You didn't have much left in you. Whoopsie daisy. Oh.
I like Blood Omen 2 because it shows off Kain's abilities in a 3D world format. Makes Kain looks more ferocious.
Yeah. I agree it makes Kain look more ferocious, you're right. But most of the powers that he lost in the first one were because of his long slumber. Killer rat. But yeah. people say that this world is like a what if scenario. This game was never a what if scenario. This game correlates with everything that Soul Reaver and Blood Omen had to offer. Yeah, the books too. Well, yeah, it's books. They're gonna add more lore. It's books, of course.
Sir, a moment of your time.
You know me?
I was instructed to look for you, yes, sir. I am a friend of the Cabal, sir. One of many in the city. I am here to assist
The
you.
only thing I had a problem with the online game is they didn't have Kain, they didn't have Vordor, they didn't have Raziel, and they didn't have Janos Uldren.
Enter by way of the church outside, but there is no entrance there for
No.
any but themselves.
They had just
Must go beyond
the run-of-the-mill Seraphan and Hilden, or you had 4 different types of vampires. They did not have the 4 main that made Legacy of Kain great.
It's forbidden to all but the thieves. The guards there will attack you should they but lay eyes on you.
Yeah.
I will be most careful.
That's why I won't count the online version as part of this series. Nowhere
I believe
near.
It takes place after the events of Soul Reaver 2.
Yeah, it does take place after Soul Reaver 2, but the only thing is, after Soul Reaver 2, Kain and everybody else was still around. Kain wasn't even put into the sword until Defiance.
What do we have here?
Or, no, Raziel wasn't even put into the sword until Defiance. So... Vordor was still alive. Janos Uldren was still alive. Mortamius, all of them, Mobius, still alive. And they had to brandish some off vampires instead of actually putting in the good guys and bad guys. Mobius would have been a good one for the bad guys. The Hilden leader, the Seraphan Lord, would have been a good spot for the bad guys. I mean, they didn't even take into consideration the heroes and the bad guys for the game. That's why I don't count it. Granted, it had the lore and everything, but it just didn't have... And it was cut short. I mean, it didn't last very long as far as an online multiplayer game. So, it's pretty sad. They could have added so much to it. But, they didn't. And the Chronicles was supposed to take place after Defiance, so... But Kain was still alive, so I don't even know why they did not even have or use him. Yada 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 yada.
Blood Omen 2 takes place in an alternative timeline, but it's still part of the Locke universe.
No, it does not take place in an alternative timeline. It takes precedence 200 years after LOK1. It even states it right at the beginning when you play the game. Not an alternative timeline. If it was an alternative timeline, and let's be real, Raziel and the whole storyline of Defiance was a complete joke as well. Because Raziel and Kain both met the Seraphan Lord. After breaking out of his prison for the second time. We got Legacy of Kain. Blood Omen takes place 200 years later. Soul Reaver 1 takes place 1,000 years after this game. So Kain and Raziel both lived very comfortably for 1,000 years. Oh, so love these games. You gonna laugh at me now, huh? You gonna laugh at me? News for you. We might have the last laugh. That's for sure.
Blood Omen 2 takes place 400 years after the original. So
200 years. Yeah. Yes. It's 200 years. They stress it in this game that it's like 200 years from Legacy of Kain to Blood Omen 2. I don't know why they label it as an alternative timeline. There was no alternative timeline. I've been saying that when I started playing it when I was like back in the 90s. I was like, wait a minute. I should have been playing Blood Omen 2, then Soul Reaver 2, and then Defiance, because that puts all the games in order. Yep. Chronological order. Alright. Plus, we got the introduction of Mobius, the time streamer, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So he ends up messing with Kain and Raziel's heads. And then with him working alongside the Hilden Lord, which is the Seraphan Lord, just did not make things a lot easier for both of them. And both of them are the hero of the game, so... Sometimes it takes two. Two heads are better than one sometimes. if they made a proper game of the PS5 for Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain, there'd be two things. Well, obviously we already know. One, the Elder God, the person who did his voice, he's dead. He's gone. We lost him. He passed away a long time ago. Something like that, yeah. So it's like, you know, we are going to be missing one of the financial, you know, pivotal roles when it comes to Soul Reaver. For actually, he's also in Legacy of Kain and Blood Omen as well. I do think.
Tony J was the voice for the Elder God.
Yeah, Tony J. But yeah, we lost him. Rest in peace. Well, there's talks that possibly the person who was in Final Fantasy 14 to do the voice of Raziel. So it's the voice of Clive who wants to do the voice of Raziel. Kain, however, I don't. That would be interesting because they would need Kain. And they would also need the Elder God. The Elder God was not destroyed. So no, Raziel just sort of like said no more and did not listen to a word he had to say. He went on his own path, just like Kain. And, you know, he ended up confessing his love to Kain. Well, no, he didn't kiss up to him. It's like he saw the truth. He saw everything that Kain was working for, what Kain wanted to do as far as the Seraphim, eliminating not only the Seraphim, but the Hilden. The Hilden was the Blight and the Time Streamers, Mobius. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot more than people think. And yeah, I may be doing spoilers, but you know what? At this point, Blood Omen 2 sort of upset me. But you don't have to watch the video if you don't want spoilers. Just saying. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's so much going on with this whole series that people did not even get or understand. That's why, you know, when they said, well, what would you guys want as far as, you know, like, you know, Soul Reaver 1 and 2, I put in there specifically, you have to put in Blood Omen and Blood Omen 2, or you are going to confuse the heck out of these people who are picking up Soul Reaver. And I'm not going to spoil a lot of it, but yeah, I mean, you have to pick up these two, and yes, Soul Reaver 1 and 2, and then Defiance when that comes out. These two are a must. But for Kain, ooh, I don't know. Kain would be tough. The Elder God wouldn't be so tough because all it would take is somebody with a deep voice in order to, yeah, deep raspy voice to do the Elder God.
Did you watch the 12-minute gameplay of the Soul Reaver remasters from IGN?
I don't approve of IGN's takes on games, so I did watch it, but the stuff that they fixed, like the statue and stuff, oh, thank God, because that statue looked like it came out of a chubby cake. They did what other games have done, and they sort of they retextured it, but they did not take in consideration of the aspect of the fan base. The fan base are going to notice everything right off the bat. That would be including, yes, that would be including statues. Uh, Rahab is something I'm going to have to take with I mean, I can't really go against Rahab's design too much because he was pretty much a fish. That's all I'm going to say. But other than that, oh, you mean, I think that was, I could be wrong, but I think that would be Malik. But, yeah. Yeah, I will be looking at Malik, I will be looking at Duma, I will be looking at Rahab, I will be looking at everything, especially Raziel and Kain's design. So... And the only reason why he turned out like that is because he drank the...
Are you in the US?
Yeah, I'm in the US. He drank from the, Hilden from this game. And so the reason why Kain turns out the way he does in Soul Reaver is because he drank the Hilden blood from this game. So that's why Kain looks all deformed and everything. It's because of the Hilden blood. Only reason. Yeah, it does. I gotta figure out why this door keeps closing. Could be. But the timer is cutting off too short. Turn. Run. Yep, there we go. It worked that time. So yeah, there's a sequence, obviously you could tell there's a sequence issue between the PS4 and the PS5 version. You can obviously tell there is one. Yep, always gotta double check. Down, down, down the hole I go. Yes, digging a hole. Digging a much deeper hole.
So the
Catch.
order is Blood Omen, Blood Omen 2 Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance.
Yep, that is the order of the games.
Well, well, our lord was correct. You are alive. Do you remember me, Cain, who served you so well?
It is the longest story-driven games in a continuous series.
But now, a traitor to our race.
Yeah, this guy's fucking easy though.
True there. I hardly believed it. Vampires have turned against their own kind.
What is our kind? In serving the Seraphim, I have protection, I have power. And who better to hunt down a vampire than a more powerful vampire? History is written by the winners, Cain. That is my kind.
How many of us have been destroyed by the Seraphim? How many have been brought to their deaths by you?
I care not for those destined to die. I don't weep
Thanks for
them,
the sub.
and I won't weep for you.
Look around.
No problem.
Does your victory seem so assured now?
A fleeting setback. Our Lord knows of your presence. He beat you before, and he will bury you now.
It's
You will never know how it ends.
it's text to
Justice,
speech.
for I will bury you.
TTS.
First of all.
Come on.
My favorite ability is the Berserk ability.
Mine's immobilize. I like to immobilize. Berserk's not bad, but immobilize. I couldn't even freaking dodge that.
Immolation. Agreed, thumbs up.
Yeah. E3. Come on. Yeah, I can tell there's a sync issue. It's not the save factor, it's the pressing of the button. Yeah. Come on, you're gonna mess up one of these times. Oh, there it was. Now he's gonna try to play catch with me. I got a surprise for you too. I got a surprise for you too. Hope you like fire.
Catch me! Catch! Too slow. Catch me! Catch! Too slow, fool.
Yeah, that bomb is, now it goes off.
Me! Catch! Too slow, fool. Too slow, fool. Too slow, fool.
Yeah, they just some of them just disappear instead of going off.
Slow fool. Catch me. Catch. Too slow, fool. Catch me. Too slow, fool. Catch. Catch me. Slow fool. Too
There we go.
slow, fool.
What?
Catch me. Too slow, fool. Catch me. Too slow, fool.
Gotcha. I did ask if you like fire.
Too slow, fool. Catch me. Catch. Too slow, fool.
That's twice. One more.
Catch me. Too slow, fool. Catch me. Too slow, fool. Catch me. Catch. Too slow, fool. Too slow, fool. Catch me. Too slow, fool.
Come on. All I need is you to mess up once. You jumped all the way across. Nope.
Catch me. Too slow, fool. Catch me. Too slow, fool. Catch me.
Can only do so much without jump.
Catch me.
I don't want to play catch.
Slow, fool. Catch me. Too slow, fool. Too slow, fool.
There's three.
There are two versions. NTSC and PAL.
Yeah. One's UK version, one's the American version. Yeah. Hey, you were down here when I was beating your butt. How'd you end up in the air? Alright, anyways, give me the jump ability, please. Even though there should be... Oh,
I really like the jump ability.
yeah, jump's nice. It goes jump, berserk, charm, fury, mist, mobilize. Yes, explosion, explosion. Whee! Ooh, am I missing a container here? I think I am. Not that it really matters. I'm just going through it to beat the game anyway. So yeah, hell with it. If I don't have them, I don't have them. If I get them, I get them.
I'm one trophy away to get plaid for the PS4 version.
Which one is that? The weapons?
Perhaps our leader was right about you after all.
Ah, yes, the mysterious leader. Perhaps you will tell me now who he is.
It's
I will
Vorador.
not name him to you for
It's
secrecy's
Vorador.
sake, but it is time that you two meet. You must go to Sanctuary,
Ah, okay.
our headquarters. There you will find
The
our leader.
common weapon that people miss, I think it's in this chapter,
Go here,
and
go
that's the
there.
fencing
What do you take me
blade.
for? Your errand boy.
You are not a general now, KAIN. You are not in a position to demand.
The
Go to
fencing
Sanctuary
blade
and
is
await
the
me
most
there.
common
My
blade
orders are to
everybody
investigate
misses.
the industrial quarter in the north of the city. I will join you
Yeah.
at Sanctuary and bring anything I discover.
Because all the other ones are easy to pick up and look out for because they're bigger blades. Sort of like the Hilden blade. The fencing blade is much smaller. The only way you're going to be able to pick it out from the rest
Where
is
will I
that
find it?
I think it's in this
So
chapter.
do we all, KAIN. But the time must be ripe, and
Just give me
you
a minute.
must be ready.
See, we'll see.
Do
If
not
it's
make
not,
the
it's in
mistake
chapter
of
4.
underestimating me.
I don't. You are our last hope. I will not let you be wasted by premature action.
Where then is this sanctuary?
Because you
Nearby
won't see
is
the
the
blade
Red
again
Raven pub.
after
Speak
you
with the
know,
tapster.
get past
She
this.
will tell you what to do.
Yeah, you won't see
Why
the
did
blade
I
again.
obey her? Why did I trust her even for a moment? I had gone my own way, always. But this time...
I was impressed by you today, KAIN. Soon, we will work together again and rid this plague from our land.
Hey, up there! Heard the news about Durden? I found him last night, face down in the gutter. Dead white he was. Another one. That's what, the third? That we know of. You still so sure there's no vampires in the city?
Even though there's a vampire just walking amongst you, and you just pay no attention to it. That's rich. Yeah, the clubs are pretty common. The big Seraphan weapons are pretty common. But that fencing blade, you don't see it very many times throughout the whole game. It's closed off. The hell? Oh.
You said this time you would come straight home.
Peace, woman. They won't buy from me if I won't drink with them.
What's the use if you drink up? What can I get you?
Information. I was sent here by Uma. You have a message for me.
I only know what they told me.
And just who are they?
I don't know, I promise. It was dark. I couldn't tell where the voice was coming from. It was as if the night itself spoke to me. It told me to give you the message. Seek the vendor near the warehouse, for he has news for you.
Is that all of it?
No. If you tell that fool Duncan you work for Duckett's Traders, he'll let you through the gate to the workers' area.
If only could jump a little bit higher, he'd jump right across that. Nope. And those guys are killed. Think I got backtrack. But how far? I'm not for sure.
Then tell me, who do you work for?
I work for Duckett's Traders. Now, let me through.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
What do we have here?
One down, two down. So yeah, pay attention to where I go, because I'm pretty sure we'll be coming up on it soon, I do believe. Like I said, if it's not in this chapter, it's going to be in chapter 4. You shall let me pass, even without your permission. I just gotta wait for the... No, not booting any doors. Yeah, not yet. There's one of the Hilden. So, we take this out of here. The door goes boom. Take this out here. Move all the way back. All the way back. Leave some space. All the way forward. Oh, hold on, that's right. Alright. There's that. Does a little humming sound, blah, blah, blah. Flip the switch. Flip is the switch. Jump through gate.
You need the password to enter.
Another password. Running like an errand boy.
What do we have here?
Come on. Thank you. Don't worry, your friend's about to die too.
Joseph got to?
You didn't hear. He signed on.
Legacy of Kain Defiance had some good combat mechanics.
It had the best combat mechanics. It could have been better, but it had the best for its time.
Good evening, my friend.
Can I help you, sir?
Uma sent me. We are to have words, you and I.
Ah, you're one of them, aren't you?
Whatever do you mean?
Never mind. You're looking for sanctuary, then?
Correct.
It's hidden under the Blue Lady shop in the eastern part of the district. The guards have blocked most of the streets tonight, so it won't be easy getting there. The rooftops, back alleys, and even the sewers are friends to those that wish to avoid attention. However, those that inhabit them may not be friends to you. The first thing you'll have to do is to get past the gate man down that alley. Give him the password Evernight. He'll let you through.
My thanks.
Blood for blood. I will take it.
Password?
Evernight.
Hold on.
Oh, that's a Hilden blade on the floor.
I really liked Soul Reaver too, but Soul Reaver was awesome because of the introduction.
Yeah, the introduction is what. Yeah, but when they introduced KAIN, it's like it's got like 20 times better.
You don't belong around here.
Hear them whispering my name. Kain, Kain, Kain. Yeah. Down below.
I really like Raziel because he is the Reaver of Souls, but, however, Kain has always been my favorite because of Simon Templeman.
Yeah. They were both like the cream of the crop. But it's like I said, you know, sometimes it's better to have two heads than just one. Believe it or not, Kain and Raziel were both the good guys.
Kain and Raziel were never the bad guys in the Legacy of Kain series.
No. No. Though they may have their own purpose was the same verdict at the end.
Oh, he says we must move all these crates to the other side.
What? We just... Greedy bastard, we're about full already.
Have you seen how his hand starts to twitch when he talks about money? No, it's clean.
Dun, 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 dun.
100% agreed.
Bye-bye. You know, if you're gonna whisper my name, at least buy me dinner. Or be dinner. I am playing a vampire and they're just sitting there whispering, Kain, Kain.
I'm watching while playing Blood Omen 2 on my second playthrough.
What do we have?
Freaking clubs. Don't need no stinking clubs. Okay, so goes there. La 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 la. Back down here. There. Over here. Grab the dealio box. Come on. Back around. push that there. Over here.
What do you really like about Blood Omen 2?
What do I like about Blood Omen 2? The, well, actually, besides it being 3D based, the better combat system compared to what we were dealing with on the first one. That would have been definitely a, but right now it seems like when I'm hitting certain individuals that are in the view of KAIN, it seems like the blades go right through them. But that could be due to emulation, though, too. So it's like, eh. You come back this way. You go back this way. How about there? Wait, what? Box, no move. Oh yeah, it's gotta be pushed from up there, that's right. Duh? You had a derpy moment. Alright, go through here, take care of these yahoos. Yoink! You're dead. But yeah, if it's not this game that I love, it's definitely Blood Rain. Blood Rain all the way.
Someone ought to teach you a lesson.
I just wish they would have done a third portion of Blood Rain right instead of doing that 2D side-scrolling bullcrap. That's a short sword. That is not what I'm looking for. I won't be picking the weapon up, but you'll know where it's at least. No talkie-walkie while on the job.
Simply fantastic. Their use of imagery mixed with impressionistic neo-modernism was simply insane. Yes, but what was really stunning was the pathos of the protagonist. The way he couldn't decide whether to allow the fate to sweep him forward or officially thwart destiny's cruel hand.
Oh, yes, that was interesting.
It reminds me of Sergio's use of Deus Ex Machina in order to resolve dilemmas of the ego.
I'm hungry.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I fell back down the freaking stupid hole again. Trying to look into the restaurant to see if there was the entranceway to get in to get the coffer. I was gonna say, eventually you would drop your weapon. Yeah, PS4 seems to run smoother than the PS5 version. Why? Oh yes, this thing, this puzzle, this nice, joyous, unconfusing puzzle.
Someone ought to teach you a lesson.
That goes down there. We jump back down there. Push that up, gets there. Bring that up. Run all the way back around. Push the box in through the stick right there. Come back in here, all the way around back here. Down
I
here.
really like Blood Omen Legacy of KAIN.
Yeah. Blood Omen's good. Oh no!
What creature skulks there in the darkness? Step forth and die!
Gunshots.
Put that weapon away.
Yep, yep. Right. Yep, yep. No, no. I've been. Yeah. We'll discuss that later.
Of interrupting my feeding. One who shares your thirst and your curse. Ah, a voice from the past. So the rumors are true. Kain walks Nosgoth again.
How do you know me, creature?
Now, I would love to dispatch you here and now. And yet, I am required elsewhere. Good night.
Wait.
How do you like my handiwork, Kane? It's been a good night's feeding.
You're a sloppy butcher, vampire. You jeopardize your presence by such bloodletting.
But it isn't my presence that's in danger, Kane. It's yours.
You serve the Sarafan, then?
I serve no one but myself. Ah, I'd forgotten how much I loathe your arrogant tone. It will be a pleasure to silence it for good. We shall meet again soon enough.
Oof. That is not the blade.
What do we... Wow, what do we have here?
I don't remember which door I gotta go into. Oh no, I don't go in the door. Where's that box?
Vorador, the reformed pseudo-hedonist of Termagant Forest. I had met him once before in his new role of patriarch. I still knew not to trust him. Ah yes, who but the father of vampires would lead the resistance? I am honored, Vorador.
I need no false courtesies from you, KAIN. We are allies only by necessity. But you are welcome to Sanctuary.
It has not the splendor of your former castle, but I suppose it will have to do.
It serves, but time is short. The Seraphan's power grows by the day. Soon our every haven will be destroyed. We are facing extinction once again.
They thought once before they had destroyed us. Yet you proved them wrong. You created a new race, something I could never do. And from that race, I had my army.
Now we are divided and dying.
Then rouse yourself. Make more of our kind.
It takes time and energy to create a vampire. I have not the strength. No. As Umar told you, we must kill the Seraphan Lord. When he is dead, their power will crumble. You have come far already, KAIN, and proven to be our greatest ally. We must plan our attack.
Vorador!
What is it?
The worst has befallen. Forgive me, sire. Uma has been taken.
Taken? How?
Uma was searching the main building in the industrial quarter, as you asked. I stood guard outside. She whispered to me that she had found something important.
What was it?
I do not know. Before she could tell me, she was discovered by Seraphan knights. I went to help her, but there were guards everywhere. I could not reach her. I heard them say she would be brought to the Seraphan Keep for public execution.
No!
Then the guards were upon me, and I was forced to flee. Forgive me for it.
We need her information.
We need to save her life, KAIN.
Yes, of course. So, I am to rescue her, sire.
Our kind cannot approach the keep. We would be instantly discovered. You have the power to disguise your presence, but the chief entrance to the keep is far too heavily guarded. You must speak with the Bishop of Meridian.
A bishop lies with us.
The promise of immortality can be very persuasive for a bishop whose faith in an afterlife is wanting. The bishop knows a secret entrance to the Seraphan Keep. You will find him in the upper city. Tell him I sent you, and he will give you access to the keep.
And if Uma is dead when I reach her?
Then her discovery dies with her, and with it, our hope. Go now, KAIN, and find the bishop. Uma's life depends on you, as do we all.
Get indoors as quick as you can. There's... Please.
Please, don't hurt me.
Put that weapon away.
Sir, the rumors speak true.
Marcus, my old friend.
A poor choice of words, Kain.
I believe the weapon is in this chapter because I looked it up.
Okay. If you looked it up, you should know where it's at too. But yeah, it's a common weapon everybody misses.
I seem to have failed.
You feared my growing powers. You knew they would one day surpass yours. Is that why you begged me to fight at your side when you waged war upon Nosgoth?
Begged? I never begged.
In your arrogance, you presumed me dead. But I was stronger than you knew. I crawled from my haven and fled into hiding.
That's the Marcus I remember.
When the Sarafan proved victorious, I knew that my destiny lay with the Sarafan Lord. I offered myself to the winning side.
I always knew you for a sneaking, cowardly opportunist. How unfortunate that my poor aim caused you so much suffering. This time,
I assume you know where the weapon is?
Oh yeah.
you.
No, Kain. Once more you underestimate me. The dark gifts manifest differently in each of us. Over the years during your absence, my powers have increased enormously. I now have the power to charm all living things, to subjugate their minds and make them do my bidding. You will kneel to me, Kain, and the Sarafan Lord will be pleased with my new slave. Now, obey me. What? Impossible.
What manner of creatures have you been practicing on? Dull mortal fools, with their minds full of commerce and dung? My mind is far too strong for your powers.
No matter. My mental powers still allowed me to read your thoughts. You seek the Bishop of Meridian, do you not? He has some information that you require.
A clever trick.
I will ensure that you never get that information. You may find the good Bishop, Kain, but when you do, he will be dead.
Not if I reach him first.
Are you on console or PC?
Console. I have them for PC as well. So yeah, I do own them on PC. The other basic weapon that you can find is those things right there. You can use those too. I don't know if you've noticed that you can pick those up as well. Those are uncommon as well. It's only through this chapter that you're going to find those.
This fella taps me on.
You there. You are to conduct me to the Bishop's Manor on the instant.
We were told to be on the lookout for a vampire.
Not me, you fool. You know me. KAIN. KAIN is the one you seek.
Well, he's not gonna stop and tell us his name.
You're to kill him on sight.
Those are our orders.
KAIN, it is Vorador. You must reach the Bishop's Manor at the other end of the city. Only he can give you passage into the Seraphan Keep. The curfew has set in, so be careful on the streets. The guards are looking for anyone suspicious and will attack you on sight.
Then let them?
How did Vorador come back into Blood Omen 2?
That's one of the, like I said, take place like 400, 200 years after. So while his head is cut off, you gotta remember one thing about a vampire. You gotta do more than just cut his head off in order to kill him. Mobius didn't take that time to use the garlic, the holy wafers, and the holy water. So severing his head, Mobius thought that was going to be the end of it. Well, come to find out, a true vampire such as a Nosferatu, you need to do more than just cut off their head. Is that the short sword? I think that is the short sword. Yeah, that's short. We don't need that. That's not the one. Another short sword. So I'm not going to be able to pick up the weapons anyways because I have the Soul Reaver, so I'll know it when I see it, definitely. It's like when everybody thought Janos Holdren was dead, and come to find out Janos was still alive. Out of my way before you become my next meal.
At some point during the fourth timeline's Blood Omen era or post-Blood Omen era, Vorador was resurrected by an unknown party.
I'm thinking that probably Uma had probably something to do with it. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking Uma has something to do with it. Or, though it may be cheeky, there may be a motive behind why he would do it, but Mobius the time streamer. Maybe he seeked a way to corrupt Vorador like he did with KAIN.
KAIN hints at this with his dialogue in BO2, but devs confirmed his execution still went ahead as in BO1 and Defiance was intended to show T.
Yeah.
Recovering his head from Mobius's statue in a quest set by the human vampire worshipper Uma, who would be turned as a result.
Yeah. So yeah, it would definitely have been Uma who pretty much helped him. It would fit in with the clues because Uma was the only one present during that time. Hence why she was so loyal to Vorador. It would make sense. Would not surprise me though if they bring Uma back, knowing what KAIN knows now, that Uma was not somebody who worked for the Hilden.
I wonder what took it so long to make an indirect sequel to Blood Omen.
Probably story. Trying to look for a story that would match with the current state of what has been. And the same writer who did all of them, so she did a phenomenal job on writing all the stories for Legacy of Kain. Yep, I didn't want to turn that. Go back over. Go back over.
Kain, the Bishop's Manor is near. However, the Seraphan patrols have locked down all the streets. You may be able to trick them into opening the gates. Find the clock tower and ring its bell. The workers will think it time for their shift to change and will open the gates.
I told my lady the girls wouldn't clean his lordship's room with that light burning in there. They were that frightened.
Was it this? Oh, what am I doing? I gotta jump.
What was that? They're not a plague on the land. Don't talk that way. They are the means to an orderly society.
My father says.
Now, you and your father, don't you see? The order and discipline the Seraphim impose on the lower orders are for everyone's good. They respect us. They
Like no family rule the land. The king over all.
It's just the same now. The Seraphim Lord.
We, the nobles of the land.
I actually really like the different outfits KAIN acquires in Blood Omen 2.
Yeah, especially the last one.
told to be on the lookout for a vampire.
You're to kill him on sight.
Oi, you there. You work for the bishop, don't you? I've 3 crates of wine to deliver.
I don't work for him.
Oh, yes, you do. I've seen you there.
I left his employ just this minute.
If they don't show up soon, they're gonna be in chapter freaking 5. Might be chapter 5. Yeah, seems like it's going to be chapter 5. All this is Seraphim blades. This whole stage. That and clubs. Besides the priest. Right, this is where you get the big moon blades. Not a real threat.
You there. What's your business here? Who are you?
I beg you, be merciful, good sir. I was butler to the Bishop of Meridian, but the Seraphim, they're inside now. I thought I would wait here.
Where are they?
They accuse the Bishop of aiding the vampire resistance. They're looking for proof. I beg of you, do not tell them where to find me. I will do anything.
Yes, you will. Tell me where to find the Bishop.
I can't. I mean, I don't know.
Shall I ease your mind and tell you I am sent by Vorador for the vampire resistance? Or shall I simply tear out your throat and continue my search? I leave the decision to you.
The cathedral. He fled there. He thought he would be safe.
Holy ground will not deter his pursuer. Where is the cathedral?
To the northeast. But it will do you no good. You cannot enter without the proper authority.
I suggest you show me the way, now.
Of course, sir. This way, sir. It is my pleasure to serve you. This tunnel will bring you again to the streets.
I thank you. Good night.
Yeah, pre-stuff there. Ooh, maybe it is here. Hoot hoot. Or not.
Greetings, old man. I assume that I address the Bishop of Meridian. I seek information on gaining access to the Sarafan Keep. You are to give me passage inside. I am sent by Vorador. What ails you? Speak!
He speaks only at my command.
What?
You are too late, Kain. He is entirely in my power.
Release him and I may spare your life.
I hold the cards now, Kain. Surrender yourself to me, or I will kill him.
What do I care for the life of some mortal? But the thought of killing you at last entices me. Tell me, Marcus, do you truly believe you can stop me?
Stay back. You cannot win. The bishop will tell you nothing while he remains under my power, and you will never catch me.
It's gotta be chapter 5.
Down those bells!
You know what you're doing. You don't have to use those bells, by the way.
Rid me of this pest.
You gotta find out where he's going. Dead. Dead.
Old man, do you live?
That's how up the Soul Reaver is.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I must thank you for destroying that fiend. He robbed me of my mind.
I did the PlayStation 5 playthrough without the Reaver as well. But yeah, you don't have to use the bells. You just gotta find him. If you can find him and you don't have the Reaver, just trap him in a corner somewhere and just keep waylaying on him. He'll die.
I will take you there. I will show you the entrance.
Let's see.
Well done, King. You have entered the Seraphan Keep at last.
Not without difficulty. I encountered another old friend on the way. Marcus.
I see. Then may I assume that another of the Seraphan Lord's guardians have fallen?
You may.
Many times I attempted to persuade Marcus to join with us, but he would not heed me.
My arguments were more convincing.
I sense that Uma is being held in the uppermost reaches of the keep. You must hurry. She is to be executed soon.
Where is the Seraphan Lord? Is he here?
I do not know. His presence is masked from my senses. But you are no match for him yet, King. If you encounter him, hide. If he sees you, run.
Run? Hide? Vorador, you do not know me.
Your task is to find Uma quickly. Let nothing distract you. The information she obtained from the industrial quarter may allow us to defeat the Seraphan Lord at last. Do not destroy our only chance with hasty action.
How sickened I have become with weary admonitions of safety and care. How I long to rend the flesh of my one true enemy. How I thirsted for the taste of his life's blood on my lips.
Go, Kane, quickly. I will be watching.
Are you talking about the scimitar?
Yeah, the scimitar is one people misses, and the buckler blade, the one with the big old gold handle. The scimitar is way later from where I'm at.
The broadsword, I believe.
The broadswords are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere. So yeah, if you missed a weapon, it would either be one of them two. If you didn't pick up a broadsword, I don't know why you wouldn't. Because, yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah, these guys carry the broadswords. The ones that glow carry the broadswords. So I don't think it would be any of those.
I think it's the cutlass you are talking about that has a gold handle.
Yeah, the cutlass, yeah. That's either... I thought it was going to be in the last, like, 3 or 4, but it might be in 5 and 6. But I didn't want to say, you know, it was going to be here, there, or anywhere, because, you know... Yeah, the cutlass...
It's in the canyons.
Yeah. The cutlass and
Shelter.
the... Yeah. Cutlass and the scimitar are probably the ones you missed. Yeah, or if you got the scimitar, then it's the cutlass. But if you got the cutlass, then it's the scimitar. Because those two are like the rarest 2 weapons in the game. And these women guards hold short swords, so those are a dime a dozen as well.
I'm bouncing out for the night. Have fun and chat later in your next stream. It was fun talking about Legacy of Kain lore and fun facts.
No problem. Anytime. Welcome anytime. Now, I'll even do a solid. I'll even end the stream here. So that way, if you're playing along with me, then, yeah, I'll help you out while I'm playing here, and then you're playing there. And we'll figure it out together. See which weapon you're missing. But yeah, it's gonna either be one of the two. Alright. Later, y'all.